anyone else's cat put their foot in the bowl to make sure there's water there? So, we've had to get an emergency dentist appointment for my husband. Obviously, we're off on our jollies for a few days tomorrow. And I really didn't think they were going to be able to fit him in, but they have. So I'm hoping that they sort him out. But he's got terrible toothache, and obviously going away like that isn't really an option. So fingers crossed they sort him out. But that has meant I've had to abandon the packing and the housework, and I've escaped with my knitting actually today. That's what I'm knitting. I am taking part in the West Knits Shawlography Mystery Knit Along. So I know that we're making a shawl. I know that we've got 5 colours because that's what I wound the other day. Do you remember? I wound them, and they're sitting in my bag. I'll show you. Do you remember I said I'd be using my Making Stitches podcast bag? Yarn cakes are in there, in their cozies, which is really good because, you know, when you pick them up, they don't all start to unravel. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy just a few minutes of knitting. You seen this? I'm using a big circular needle, 120 centimetres long apparently. Mahoosive. It's a very narrow road the dentist is on, quite just off, and so we've just had a bit of an incident with what looks like a sheep truck and a car. The perils of country living, hey? Let's double check that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. Oh, it's got to be 33. It's a good job I checked. 32, 33. Turn. I am going to be doing some ironing.
Coffee, are you alright? Have you got one?
Oh, I'll definitely have another one.
Alright.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. Hello and welcome to day 12. See how smooth that was? That's because I've just recorded this once. Well, I thought I'd recorded it. And then I realised that I hadn't pressed record button. So I had a good old chat with you. It was fascinating. But yeah, we have no evidence of it because I didn't record it. Basically, I was saying that I'm providing you with thrilling footage, as always. Housework, porridge, sitting at my desk, ironing, and an unexpected trip to the dentist with Mr. G. So we're off on our jollies tomorrow for a few days. He's now on antibiotics, so we're full steam ahead with going away. And yeah, so I'm doing the last few bits. Really not the day to be wearing a sweatshirt because I am hot with all the running around. I did some of I showed you some knitting that I'm doing. And now all I want to do is sit and knit. I want to carry on knitting it. And I'm not even planning on taking that project away with me. So I'm really, do you ever have that with a project when all you want to do is, you can't get it out of your head? It just is there, you know, calling out to you. I'm pretty much packed. Pretty much packed. Hang on, that's the door. Sadly, it was nothing exciting for me. It was a delivery for Amy. I closed my Etsy shop on Monday, just temporarily, obviously while I'm away for a few days, because I don't want customers placing an order and then having to wait longer than normal. So I've got two orders? Two outstanding orders. One I just need, I'm waiting for some information from somebody. Just to clarify exactly their requirements. So I've got that, and then another one. Yeah, so two outstanding orders, and I've got to print a load of labels. Realistically, that's going to take you about an hour to do all the postage labels. Cook dinner. Get those last few bits in the case. And then take you with me. You know, people joke, you know, when they know you're going away, they say, oh, you got room in your suitcase for me. Well, it's going to be a bit like that. It's a bit like you coming on holiday with me. So I'm being very sensible, and I'm only taking one skein of yarn to make one project. And I showed you that yesterday, didn't I? And actually, I took a photo of what the name, I've got it here. I must put the link to her Etsy shop. So it's Hook Cwtch, the lovely Jess from Hook Cwtch. She is just adorable. And she only started crocheting during lockdown. And now she's a yarn dyer as well as raising 3 boys under 5, and she's studying to be a nurse. I don't know how she does it. So it is Faded Dreams, and that's the colours. Okay. Hook and Cwtch, H and C. And yes, it's already in my yarn cozy. Pop that in the bag. Show you what I can do with the yarn tag. I can just slot that inside there, see? It's clever, isn't it? But then, of course, the debate I've got is, okay, so that's enough. I know that for the duration, you know, for the length that we're away, that I don't need more than one project. But should I take a book? Should I download something to my Kindle? See, when I went away with Amy recently, I didn't have any time for reading. So it was pointless me taking my Kindle. But might I this time, or whenever we've got any free time, might I actually just want to be crocheting? And as I'm trying to travel light, maybe I should just not even think about it, you know, taking a book. I'm thinking I might take it, actually. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. That's what I'm thinking. I've got so many books on my Kindle that I just don't read, because if I want to read a book, I just get it on Audible and then I can listen to it. I mean, that's why I've got these in still, because I was listening to a book before coming in here. I think I need to either stop finding all these crafting hobbies that I enjoy doing, or invent longer days, or have the 8-day week. Obviously neither of which are real, which means I have to stop or reduce the number of crafty things I do, or do I just enjoy doing what I'm doing now? Because maybe one day I won't be able to knit or crochet or do my stitch markers or any of the other things I like doing, sewing. Maybe, you know, because you hear of people who get like arthritis and things like that, and then they have to give up knitting and what have you. So maybe that's the time for me to read my books. It's a bit doom and gloom, that, isn't it? But I could look at it like that. A bit morbid, really. I just like all the things. I want to do all the things, and I want to have all the things. Not that I'm a materialistic person, but it's like craft-wise, I want all the things. I want all the yarn. Hence the enormous stash. I want all the beads, all the shiny things, all the colouring pens. Right, that's that. Let's get this order made up, get the labels done, then that's finished. I can shut my headquarters door knowing that I am up to date until I return next week. I need to do the post run. providing with you blah 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 blah.
Unless you want to see my lunch fall out of mine. Oh, I'm sorry. I am late. Traffic was horrible.
Sounds like someone could use a tall drink of water.